In today's gospel, Jesus starts out disobedient to his parents by being in the house of the Lord, teaching about his Father's word. But by the end, he submits and obeys his parents. How do we square that paradox? Sister Joan Chittister has some insights for us. The first step of humility is unhesitating obedience, which comes naturally to those who cherish Christ above all. The Holy One says of people like this, "No sooner did they hear than they obeyed me." Again, God tells teachers, "Whoever listens to you listens to me." The hallmark of obedience for Benedict is, in fact, its immediacy. Monasticism is a process, true, but it is lived out in a million little ways, day after day. Most of all, perhaps, it is lived out in obedience, the ability to hear the voice of God in one another, in the members of the community, both old and young, in the person we married, in whose all amorphisms we know by now, in underlings and children, in old parents and boring in-laws. The voice of God in the demands of community life is not something to be dallied with or contended with or speculated about or debated. The necessary question, of course, is how is it that the rule that purports to deal with the spiritual life can possibly put so much stock in the human dimensions of community? Obedience to God is imperative, yes, but so much emphasis on obedience to leaders whose mundane lives are as limited as our own almost seems to make a mockery of the very concept. If this is a life centered in the call of God, then why so much attention to the human? The answer, of course, is that the human is the only place we can really be sure God is. It is so easy to love the God we do not see, but it is so much more sanctifying to serve the God we learn to see in others. The self-giving of real obedience is very clear to Benedict. When we follow the voice of ones who call us to higher service, we put down our own concerns, allow ourselves to be led by the sights of another, treat our own best interests with a relaxed grasp. We empty ourselves out so that the presence of God can come in, tangible and present and divinely human. Two ideas permeate the rule of Benedict, love and wisdom, but the rule alone is not enough. What Benedict is saying, obviously, is that there is no going through life alone. Each of us needs a wisdom figure to walk the way with us, as well as a rule to root us. The rule is clearly not enough. "Why do you need teachers?" the visitor asked the disciple. "Because," the disciple answered, "if water must be heated, it needs a vessel between itself and the fire." Abbots and prioresses, good leaders and teachers, fine parents and mentors, tender husbands and gentle wives, good friends and quality administrators who listen to us as much as we listen to them are here to help us bear the heat of life that shapes us, not to escape it. Today, let's ask ourselves, can we let go of our ego long enough to show God obedience by obeying those he has sent to teach us?
We were the beggars, now we're royalty. We were the prisoners, now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. We shout out your